Top stories: flags fly at half-mast in honor of Chief of Army Staff as President Buhari received Governor's Forum in condolence. Unknown gunmen attack INEC office in Anambra State. Plus, updates from the world of sports. Hello and thanks for joining us in Channel 12 News. My name is Idarisit Adedoku. President Muhammadu Buhari has described the sudden demise of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Tahiru, and the other gallant officers of the nation's military as major setback in the renewed onslaught against terrorism and other acts of criminality bedeviling the country. The president stated this while receiving members of the Nigeria Governors Forum on a condolence visit over the tragedy that befell the nation.
It happened at a time when the security situation in the country is a fundamental issue. And to lose such a choice officers just increase our problem. But we know what we are in for. We know what we have promised within the time and circumstances under which we find ourselves, and we continue to do our best.
The chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum and Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, who led the delegation, told the president that the governors were saddened that the officers died when the military started to feel the impact of its new leadership.
We know that this is a major blow, but we also know that you are unrelenting in your commitment to ensuring peace and security in our country. It's unfortunate, the losses we have suffered. We pray to God Almighty that He will grant them eternal rest and give their families the fortitude to bear this unfortunate loss. And our country, yet another resolve to continue along the path that Lieutenant General Tahiru and his colleague have already started toeing. Because for us, we must defeat banditry, we must defeat insurgency, we must defeat criminality in all of its ramifications.
The governors appreciated the president for assuring the nation that families of the departed gallant officers are adequately taken care of and protected. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has authorized that the national flag should be flown at half-mast in all public buildings, facilities and official residence with effect from Monday the 24th to Wednesday the 26th May 2021. Secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, who conveyed the president's approval in a statement, said the gesture is to honor the memory and services of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Tahiru, as well as 10 senior military and service members who lost their lives in a plane crash on Friday, 21st May 2021. The President has similarly approved a work-free day for members of the armed forces on Monday, the 24th May 2021. In the meantime, most offices and public buildings in Ilorin, Kwara State today flew their flag at half-mast in honor of late Chief of Army Staff and others who lost their lives in a plane crash last Friday. Raliat Ibrahim has the details.
Following the unfortunate incident that led to the death of Chief of Army Staff and 10 others, President Muhammadu Buhari directed that flags be flown at half-mast to honor the deceased and recognize their sacrifice and service to the nation. While most public buildings and offices in the Ilorin, capital of Kwara State, complied with this directive, some did not. The gesture, many say, is a way of showing respect to the departed and reminding all of their sacrifices and heroism.
Everybody who dies for this nation should be respected, should be celebrated. So giving them that as is the little the government can do, because they cannot be brought back to life. No amount of money can be given to the family that can equate the life of that have died. So let us just show it to them that the country loves them and the people feel the pains of their departure.
To appreciate him, to show that we care for the departed soul. I think it's a welcome development.
They paid the supreme price and they deserve it. In fact, they deserve more than that. So we should give them the honor.
According to the statement signed by the Secretary to the Federal Government, Boss Mustafa, the directive is from May 24th to Wednesday, May 26th. Also in compliance with the presidential directive is the military base in Ilorin, which had a work-free day in honor of the departed Chief of Army Staff and others. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
And moving on, the Grade 3 validation team is seeking a legal backing for ward boundary, which it says will speed up development that would have greater impact on the citizenry, especially those at the grassroots. This was at the closing session of the validation workshop in Abuja. Adebola Brooks next Sunday reports.
For 3 days, these scientists from all states of the Federation collated, reviewed, evaluated and came up with a national geospatial data infrastructure draft bill ready for presentation to the National Assembly for legislation. Members of the team say they are optimistic that the goal of the georeferenced infrastructure and demographic data for development program Grade 3 to help government at all levels collect, share and track data for informed decision will be achieved.
When it's part of the National Assembly, the state government at the legislative level, we do the same thing at the state level, whereby we can generate revenue for the state government, including national government, to drive our economy.
We are talking about ward boundaries. That means we are going back to the wards so that the wards are well captured. And when you want to plan agriculture, it goes there. When you want to plan the infrastructure, it goes to the wards. Not where you concentrate everything within the urban area.
Going by the submission, we made, to the National Economic Council, we made a request of about 1.95 billion, which, we requested the government, to get support through the CBN. That has been graciously approved.
The public sector cannot exist or even succeed without the private sector involvement. And the only thing that can keep everyone together are policies that captures everyone's interest, you understand? And that is what this proposed bill is all about.
The Grade 3 program is part of a bigger global initiative which aims at improving access to data for decision-making in all participating countries. Adebola Brooks Sunday, NTA News.
It is still on to Channel 12 News. More news after the break. Please stay with us.
If you run mad, we know where take us out. Every time now this phone. Have you gone to buy more units for light? Give me this phone. Ha! They don't finally get you. Enter store, you go see one pink nylon. Bring and come. If you try am. Now that chicken where they use corner look me. Now I want to. That one.
Oh! So now why you send me message when no get with this? Shate. Make yourself begin to enjoy credit and data. Berekete.
Introducing Berekete. Activate a new Glow SIM and get 600 Naira free credit plus 700% bonus on every recharge and up to 100% bonus on data plans. Find your first with Berekete. Glow Unlimited.
Kwara, with its acronym, the State of Harmony, has been enjoying relative peace as there has been peaceful coexistence among people of different religion and ethnic backgrounds. But in recent time, kidnapping, header clashes, and infiltration of arms is a new security challenge bedevilling the state. Olajide Bello in this report takes a look at the efforts of security operatives and the community in combating crime in the state.
This person was apprehended at Patigi, one of the 16 local government areas of Kwara State, by the community with illegal firearms and was handed over to the police for prosecution. This was made possible through synergy and cordial relationship between communities and law enforcement agencies in the state, as attested to by Kayode Familoni, a civil servant.
The relationship between the general public and the security agencies, to me, is very cordial in Kwara State, because we see minimal cases of abuses and overbearing. You know, recently there was issue of kidnapping along Eyonkori Ogile axis, where the farmers was kidnapped then. I think within the shortest period of time, the people that they are kidnapped, we are rescued with the proactive action of our security apparatus in Kwara State.
To avert frequent occurrence of kidnapping and herders farmers clashes, gradually dotting the security architecture of the state, this has prompted security agencies to re-strategize its crime-fighting techniques by adopting active community involvement, 24-hour surveillance and heightened border patrol.
All we need to do is to continue to strengthen the basics that we have put in place. Number two, we have to, security, like most issues, is not a static issue. The scenario is continuously changing. So your ability to react, to predict and react appropriately to the unfolding situations matter.
We synergize with other sister security agencies. We have the full support of the government. We have collaborative effort by traditional institutions and other security stakeholders and security communities in Kwara State. And that has been helping us a whole lot.
Security is a collective responsibility, and we are working hard in order to apprehend anyone out there that are trying to disrupt the free flow of things here in Kwara State.
With the training of over 1,000 constabularies and community policing, the security agencies are also calling for continued cooperation by the public with credible information that can further help to ensure Kwara maintains its acronym of State of Harmony, or Olajide Bello, NTA News.
The recent attack by unknown gunmen in Anambra State left the INEC Coalition office in Awka in ashes, while the attack at Police B Division was repelled. Nwabufo Nwoye has details.
The hoodlums scaled through the fence into the premises where they burnt the collection center and general store. 7 INEC operational vehicles and many power generators were also set ablaze. The Commissioner of Police Anambra State, Chris Owolabi, said the police who repelled the attack recovered ammunition and 3 vehicles from the hoodlums. The commissioner also said no arrest has been made, though investigation is still going on.
We recovered about 6 pop actions, 1 G2 rifle and 1 AK4 rifle. I can't tell you specifically how many were lost, but we're still searching hospitals, searching some remote places to recover them. We're indeed recovering. So when investigations are concluded, you'll get details. But I can guarantee you specifically that there's no casualty on the part of the police. It was a 98% success for us.
INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner Anambra State, Dr. Nkwachukwu said INEC sensitive materials were not affected.
The situation you can see is under control.
The hoodlums went further and attacked the B Division of Nigeria Police, Anambra State, where their attempt to bomb the station was foiled by the police. In Awka, Nwabufo Nwoye, NTA News.
The federal government has declared 90 travelers who recently visited or arrived from India, Turkey and Brazil as potential health hazards to the society for violating Nigeria's COVID-19 travel protocols, from evading the mandatory 7-day quarantine for persons arriving from restricted countries. The Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19, in a statement signed by its chairman and secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, listed the violators as persons of interest who pose considerable danger to public health. They comprise 63 Nigerians, 26 Indians, and 1 Danish citizen who arrived in Nigeria through the Muritala Muhammad International Airport, Lagos, and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, between May the 8th and 15th, 2021, with Ethiopian Airline and Qatar Airways flights. The PSC says the violators must, within 48 hours of this notice, transport themselves safely to the nearest state public health departments for immediate evaluation, and also call the Port Health Services, Federal Ministry of Health, for further directions. While urging Nigerians to be aware of the affected persons, The PSC says further sanctions, including a travel ban on their passports for 1 year, cancellation of visas or permits of defaulting foreigners, as well as prosecution, will be carried out. And on Sport Update, let's join our sport desk for latest in the world of sports.
Many thanks for joining us on Sports Update. I am Badi Adeleye. Let's begin with volleyball, as Team Kaduna are still relishing their victory at the President Beach Volleyball Championship, which held at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium, Kaduna. They beat defending champions Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps 2-1 in the Tension Field final. Nigeria Immigration Service finished third, with Nigeria Customs trouncing Aso Queens 2-0 in the women's final to emerge 2021 champions, while their Team B settled for third.
I think it was a very excellent thing, and this clearly shows that our objective of the government in developing sport is yielding results.
It's passion, nothing more than that. Whether I'm the president or caretaker committee chairman, that's immaterial to me, because it's passion, and I'll continue to show my passion for volleyball, not only volleyball, for other sports in Nigeria.
Meanwhile, the 2021 General Assembly of the Association of National Olympic Committees of Africa began Monday in Cairo, with the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, leading the Nigerian delegation to the meeting. On the sidelines of the Anuka GA, Dare had a high-level bilateral meeting with his Egyptian counterpart, Professor Ashraf Sobi, where issues relating to youth and sports development in the two African nations were discussed. And finally, Tiger Woods has paid tribute to his longtime rival, Phil Mickelson, after the 50-year-old recorded a history-making victory at the PGA Championship. Mickelson claimed a two-shot win on Ocean Course to secure a sixth major title and become the oldest major winner ever, and Woods, who is recovering from injuries sustained in a car crash earlier this year, has described Mickelson's victory as inspirational. And that does it on Sports Update. I am Badi Adeleye.
And Sports Update wraps up Channel 12 News. Thank you for watching. I'm Darasit Adidoku. Bye for now.